Thank you, Mr. Garg, for joining us and congratulations for these results. Let's begin by asking about what were the main contributors to these results and a bit about the quarter coming forward. How do you see it?
Thank you, Sumit. So, as you know, that Hyundai India believes in a very good balance between volume, market share, and profit, and we have believed in quality of sales. So, there has been a big focus on making sure that we are able to really give most modern and technologically high features to the customers, and that has really helped us to make sure that the average selling price continues to kind of go up. The mix is very healthy. The SUV percentage has gone up to 69%. And that is why the EBITDA for the last quarter was at 14.1%, and for the full year was at 12.9%. Return on capital employed is more than 40%. So I think the numbers was really given a very good thumbs up from the market as well. So we're quite glad about it. Going forward, as you know, we have already announced a very aggressive plan. Next 5 years, we are going to launch 26 products, 20 in the IC space and 6 in the EV space. Our new plant, Pune plant, will get into operation from the third quarter of fiscal 25-26, and the new model cycle will kick on with that a new plant introduction as well.
So, which segment you will be looking at with these 26 products? Though I already said 20 ICE and 6 EVs, but which segment in particular they'll be coming? And can you tell us more about your hybrid drive also? You're planning to get into that segment as well.
So, as you know, SUVs are the name of the game. So, you will see that most of the new model launches will be in the SUV space. Hyundai currently, our SUV contribution stand at a very healthy 68 to 69%, as against, say, industry SUV of 54%. Customer preference is towards SUVs. So, we see some open spaces in that segment where Hyundai can enter, and that is what we are going to target. More about that, of course, in the Investor Day, which we are going to have in September of this year. The EV is very interesting as well, because we are going to have a very aggressive plan for the EVs, not only in terms of the products being launched, but also backing it up with localization. The battery packs have already been localized. Going forward, along with an Indian partner, we are going to have the cell localization as well. We're looking at charging infrastructure, especially the DC charging. So I think we're looking at a comprehensive solution to offer to the customers. And in addition to these 26 launches, we are going to look at the hybrid as well, because as you know, Hyundai globally is very strong across powertrains, whether it is the EVs, whether it is the strong hybrids, plug-in hybrids, even hydrogen. So I think we have a choice of all these powertrain options. So we will definitely, for a country as big as India, I believe there will be opportunities in all these powertrains to go towards a sustainable future.
Mr. Garg, one question on market share. Well, in certain months, it has come down. You have not been able to be the second largest automaker or car player in India. So now, what are you going to do to increase the market share and competition? How do you see it?
You see, we have been in India for 28 years. We are very passionate about our position in India. The last fiscal which ended, of course, we were a very strong number 2 as well. Yes, we always welcome good competition, healthy competition. Some months here and there will always happen. But like I said, with the Pune plant coming in this quarter 3 of this financial year, it will give us more headroom, both in the domestic as well as in the export space. And also what we have done is we have married our new product cycle with this plant capacity which is being added, so that when the models are introduced, we can also supply these. In terms of exports as well, currently exports are contributing 20-21% to our overall volume. Going forward, we are going to increase our exports to about 30% of our total production capacity. So I think whether it is domestic or exports, we are very, very passionate about really taking this growth path and adding new segments to our portfolio. And so we are having a very comprehensive approach. This was on products, this was on technologies, this was on powertrains. Even otherwise, on the network front, rural is one area where we are being very aggressive. Last year, our rural penetration went up from 19.5 to close to 21%. In fact, last quarter it was 21.5%. So we have embarked on a very aggressive rural network enhancement plan. Brand is very strong, service is very strong. So we are looking at various aspects where we can really add on to volumes, enter new segments, and continue on this very strong growth trajectory that we have had in the last 28 years. We are very confident that these market share fluctuations or this drop which we have which we have had, we should be able to recover it.
Okay, Mr. Garg, so what about the margin realization per car? Also discounts, if you can talk about both of them in the quarter gone by and the coming quarter.
So I already talked about the EBITDA margins. I think very healthy 12.9% for the year, and of course 14.1% for the last quarter. The discount levels in the last quarter were at 2%. So you can see that in a very, very challenging market environment, we were able to maintain our discounts, and rather than joining any kind of a price war, we were able to introduce some new value-added variants. For example, now sunroof, which used to be earlier available only in the top trims, in models like Venue, we brought it in the lower trims as well. Automatics, we have been brought, at the lower trim as well. So what we are trying to do is giving customers more options to really jump to these new technologies, whether it is automatics, whether it is DCT, whether it is the sunroof, whether it is the connectivity. The whole idea is to give more and more choice to the customers, and that helps us to not only increase volume but also make sure that our average selling price also continues to go up.
What about the overall car market, Mr. Garg? Well, Hyundai, if we talk about the situation in the car market, are you facing the heat of slowdown? What about the overall growth? Do you think this year will be better or as good as last year?
So, Sumit, I have spent now 31 years in the Indian auto industry, and I think India has had a sustained growth. At the same time, if you see the last 20 years, after every 5 years, you see an year of a dip or a subdued growth. I think post-COVID, we saw a very high growth, more than 20%, more than 10%. So obviously, some kind of a moderation had to happen. So you see, CAGR continues to stay at about 4.5 to 5% range. As far as this fiscal 25-26 is concerned, SIAM has forecasted a growth of 1.5%. But I think there's nothing to worry because the fundamentals are very strong. We have very good, strong GST collections. GDP growth is still more than 6%. Interest rates are coming down. The geopolitical situation and the tariff uncertainty, I believe going forward, probably things are going to open up on that front as well. So while maybe we can see a quarter or two muted, but I think we have no doubt that India is poised for a very sustained good growth in the mid and as well as in the long term.
Mr. Garg, my next question is to you on FTAs and bilateral trade deals. India signed FTA with UK, EU FTA is going to happen, and tariff wars are there as well across the globe. How do you see them as challenge as well as opportunities, and will they impact Hyundai India plan as well?
I would say it's a huge opportunity as far as Hyundai is concerned because we are globally present in all countries. We have a very strong brand. We have a very strong legacy. Hyundai Motor India, especially, not only our cost of production is one of the best. At the same time, we are now having a capacity enhancement. Current capacity is 824,000. Pune plant phase 1 will add up 170,000, and then phase 2 in 28 will add up another 80,000. That means we will be close to 1.1 million. Like I already mentioned, we are looking at enhancing our exports to 30% of the total volume. Currently, our market has been the emerging markets. India is a hub for emerging markets, Middle East, Africa, Latin America, Central America, etc. At the same time, these FTAs are very interesting. Too early to really comment that what kind of opportunities will come up. We are still waiting for the contours to form up. But I think whatever happens, probably Hyundai will be relatively in a much better position to use and leverage India as a group to enhance exports, and utilize these opportunities of FTA and lower tariffs as and when they come by.
So, Mr. Garg, essentially you are saying these pacts and all deals will help you in exporting more out of India to these nations where the pacts will be signed.
What I'm saying is that this throws up opportunities, and these are very interesting. As of now, it is too early to comment because we still have to study. In fact, the final contours have still to come out. But what I'm only trying to say, we are well equipped because as Hyundai, we have access, already have access to these markets. As HMI, we have all the capacities, and the new capacities are being added. And we have all kinds of technologies and the capability. So I think this is a very, very interesting development going forward. And we are waiting for more details to come in. And then we can really decide on which are the new markets which can come up, especially also because we are going to have more EVs from the Indian market. I think that will again throw up some new opportunities for us.
What's the update on TVS JV, Mr. Garg? How the things going on as far as TVS JV is concerned? Have you decided on the separate showrooms for these vehicles? What is overall situation when we met in January this year, saw TVS JV product for the first time and here now?
So I would refrain from commenting because, as you know, HMC as well as TVS are in discussions on that. And please wait for the announcement, as we go along on this venture.
Mr. Garg, there were reports that there is a fact-finding team which is in India, and it's looking at certain aspects of further improving the operations and overall of working of Hyundai India. Can you comment on that? What kind of team was that, and anything they could find on this part?
So look, I think you have seen that India is a very important market, and our global CEO had joined, and this was his first visit to India. So this was, of course, a follow-up visit of that, and obviously to help us to see what are the new opportunities which are coming up, especially with the Pune plant coming in. I think a lot of interesting and exciting things are happening in India. A lot of interesting and exciting things are happening at HMI as well. It is after 15 years, a new plant is coming up. We're looking at enhancing exports big time. All these years, you were telling us that we could do more exports. Now we want to enhance our exports from 20-21% to the 30% level. So a lot of interesting times. So we are very happy that we are getting all kinds of support from the global. We have been listed for the first time outside Korea as far as Hyundai is concerned. So I think this is a very, very interesting time to be in India as well as to be in HMI.